Hey, how you doing? This is your buddy Kyle. I'm on here making a new video for you today about the difference between GrubHub and DoorDash, the differences in pay, and the plus and minuses of both. I'm just going to wing it today and give it some just quotes from me and from experience. I've worked both DoorDash and GrubHub on a consistent basis. Been doing this ongoing for the last 2 years now, and I drive both almost on a daily basis. But some of them I drive, let's say DoorDash, I drive probably less than I do GrubHub in my area. And we'll talk about money right now. Some of the good sides and downsides, we'll start out with GrubHub. What I do like about GrubHub in my area, it definitely, the orders seem to be larger in general on GrubHub than they are on DoorDash, but not always the case. But most of the time, they break it down into blocks of an hour and a half to 2 hours at a time. And usually within that 2 hour time, depending on the day and how busy the area is that where you live and where you work, I mean, you can consistently make $30, $25 to $30 an hour with GrubHub on a medium day. I'd say that's consistent. On a slow day, no, you're not going to do that. I mean, there's days that just, whatever you do, you can't get an order. You might get one order in an hour and a half, and the rest of the time is just dead. You're just sitting there, and that's a downside of GrubHub. You got to sit in those red areas, and you're not always guaranteed when you sit in those red areas to get orders, even though they say you're supposed to. Depends on the day if it's dead or not. But on a medium day, consistently you can make $30, $25 to $30 an hour. And on a busy, heavy day, usually on a weekend, I've made as much as $150 in 3 hours. So, it's here nor there. It just depends on the day and the area where you're working. Now, with DoorDash, I make less per order, but what I do like about DoorDash, you're consistently more busy. You're on the road, you got more orders coming in, and that's why you want to keep your rating high with DoorDash, because the higher the rating, the better you are of getting the top quality orders coming in. You're not getting as much pay per order, but you're not driving as far either. That's another thing with DoorDash. You normally don't drive outside of the boundaries that they set. Now with GrubHub, if you're driving for GrubHub, you're going to be going in a lot of rural areas. That's what I do like about GrubHub. If you live in a rural area, you can get food delivery now. It doesn't matter how far out. If you live and have a cell phone and internet service, you can get GrubHub almost anywhere in the rural areas now, and they pay you for it, but you do a lot more driving for GrubHub. Now with DoorDash, you have a set area, and the orders might be less, depends on your town and the area you're delivering in, but your drive time and your drive mileage is going to be less too. So it's a give and take. Depends on where you're delivering. So where I live close to a college town. I don't always deliver there, but my town, I stay consistently busy with GrubHub, and I drive it more because it pays more, and I'm willing to drive out in the country and into the rural areas. Now, not everyone's willing to do that, but with DoorDash, I mean, it's a name recognition thing. DoorDash is so much larger than GrubHub. GrubHub's rated last in my area of all the driver type jobs there are, but I'm consistently making money with it. I cannot complain about GrubHub. They pay you consistently on a daily basis. When you're done at the end of your shift, you paid out. They don't pay you completely. You get maybe 2/3 of your money, then you have to wait till after your shift's completely over at midnight, 1 o'clock, then you can cash out the rest of your money. So my advice to you is, if you can wait till the very next morning, cash your money out the next morning if you can, or just do it once a week, which is every Sunday. DoorDash, I like it. As soon as you're done, they cash you out and everything is easy peasy. It's real simple. And I just like the way that system runs. Even though you make a little bit less money per order from what I see in my area, you can still make really good money working DoorDash if you do it consistently. And that's another thing. I do this part-time, doing this just to pay debt off, like most of us have. These side hustle gigs are some of the best extra money paying jobs you can have. Some people do it full-time. Me, I just use it as a side hustle, and in two hours a day max. But if you do it consistently 2 hours a day, I mean, you can make $300, $400, $500 a week, depending on the area and where you're working. And there's people who do this full time. So it just depends on your situation. But my situation is I'm doing it part time, and it's great side hustle. I'm just using it to pay off extra debt I have. You know, it's always good to have extra gas money, or if you need lunch money, or, you know, all those extra little things that we all need money for, groceries, you know, anything that comes up, it's good to have extra money. And these little side hustle gigs help offset all that money that you don't have to pay out of your normal first run paycheck at your first job. So with all that said, you know, I don't really have a preference, even though I do work GrubHub more. I like DoorDash and their system's probably better than GrubHub. But on the flip side, I make more money with GrubHub than I do with DoorDash in my area. So, you know, which one do you want the most? You got to make that decision. Or you can work them both. If you can figure out a way and use this app called Para, which you can do all your gig side hustles all at once, set it up where it does all the orders come in through that app, and it'll decide which one you should take based on the parameters you set up in that app. That's my advice. Definitely use the app called Para. And you can do them both at the same time, even though both companies don't recommend that you do that. That's another video. But everybody, thank you for watching this video. If you got any questions, my question to you is, put it in the comments and tell me why you like working for GrubHub or DoorDash or Uber Eats or any of those rideshare companies. Leave your comment down there. I wanna see what you have to say. Maybe it gives me another idea for a video that I can pass along. But this is your buddy Kyle. I'm tired. It's been a long night out on the road. Time to go to bed. Talk to you soon.